All right, good morning, y'all. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you're a reoccurring visitor, thank you. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. Pretty much I'm going to be doing daily energy readings on my channel, and I'll also be doing pick-a cards at some point, and just other things pertaining to divination and maybe even rituals and other ways that I go about doing my readings. I will eventually have information about doing personal readings. I just want to make sure that everything is, how can I say this? I want to make sure that everything is in order. I want to do everything strategically because I don't want to move too fast. And it's funny, I see the Knight of Wands here. I don't want to move too fast, jump into anything and start, advertising things and then they're not ready, So I have the cards here. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Click the notification bell. Commenting, making sure that you let me know if these readings resonate with you, how accurate they are. Also, even if something does not resonate with you, this is a general reading, so it is for a collective audience. It's not directed toward a specific person. Another thing, if something does not resonate with you, and if you hear a message in the video or messages in this video and someone else pops into your head and say, hey, maybe this person can, benefit from this message, then by all means, please share it. You never know what a person is going through, or you may know what somebody is going through, but you never know what a person is really going through, and they may be putting on a mask just to say, hey, I'm okay, but on the inside, they're really not, But I want to make sure that I've said everything before I get started. I wrote down some stuff so I wouldn't forget because that happens to me a lot. So I just want to make sure that I can get through this as quickly as possible. I think I said that already. It is a general reading, so if it doesn't apply, let it fly. If it doesn't resonate, toss it out. Don't spend time dwelling on something that has absolutely nothing to do with you, because I'm not here to confuse you. I'm here to give some type of insight and some type of, inspiration to maybe help you go about your day a little bit better. So I'm going to start. I'm going to just show off all the cards and then I'll go through them each individually. The first card that jumped out was the Knight of Wands. Second card, the Hermit. Third, the Queen of Wands. Again, if you watched my energy reading from yesterday, the Queen of Wands, she was here with us. The fourth card, Temperance. The fifth card, Seven of Pentacles. The sixth card, the Wheel of Fortune. And the seventh card, the Ace of Cups. So what I normally like to do is I count the cards, right? And I'm sorry, I have these sticky notes everywhere. I normally count the cards, and that number, each card has a spiritual, each number has a spiritual meaning, So it's 7 cards here, which is pretty much giving me insight, letting me know that, 7 is a very spiritual number. It's a number of being intuitive, of diving deeper, thinking thinking on a much more spiritual level. It's not a material number at all. I'm a life path number 7. A lot of life path number 7s are healers. They do divination. They are, as we call, light workers. So this is letting me know that this may have something to do with a spiritual journey. It has something to do, it is speaking more so in terms spiritually. So it's not just speaking on the surface. All right, jumping into it. With the Knight of Wands here, again, the Wands represents that fire energy, that Aries, that Leo energy. It's moving fast. It's rapid energy. For the Knight of Wands here, is actually fire, if you can see on his uniform, and he's ready, he's charging in, he's going in fast. It's not necessarily into battle, but it's into some situation. It's something that he has focused in on, he zeroed in on, and he said, okay, this is what I want. All right, now it's time for me to go get it. And sometimes that really is a good way of thinking to have, because if you need to get something done, then you'll get it done. The flip side to that is, if you start moving too fast, you may miss something. And I believe that's what it's saying, slow down. So today you may find yourself moving around rapidly, and something will happen, and nothing bad, but something will give you an insight to say, okay, I need to slow down. This energy that I'm getting from the cards, even though this is a daily energy reading, I am getting that this energy is not just going to last for today. It's going to last for over maybe a course of a week, or maybe even the course of the month. I'm not really sure, but just know that it's lasting for a longer period of time than today. The Hermit. This is one of my favorite cards that's in the deck. The Hermit is a very spiritual card. This person, okay, I want to make sure you see it. Pretty much, he has gone on this journey by himself because it's for him. So he realized that it's a lot of things that he needs to let go of. It's a lot of things that he needs to heal himself from. And he decided to go on this spiritual journey within. So he's ventured out on the mountains. And what this card is really just saying is, it's time for you to start your spiritual journey. It's maybe you realize that you are broken in some way, or you do realize that there are a lot of things spiritually that you can fix, about yourself. So these cards, this card here especially, is telling you, okay, it's time for you to start pulling away. It's time for you to disconnect. It's time for you to go into a moment of solitude, not isolation. Isolation is forced. Solitude is voluntary. So it's time for you to go into a place of solitude. It's time for you to take a step back from all of the noise of the world and really focus in on yourself. And I want to break down the card. He did not take anything else with him but his staff and the lamp. The lamp lights the way right in front of him as to what he needs to see right there in the moment. He understands that the healing process is like putting pieces to a puzzle together, so you can't rush through it. You really have to take time out you have to be honest with yourself. A lot of times we don't want to be honest with ourselves. Even when we're alone, we're not being honest with ourselves because of maybe we're worried about what everyone else is thinking, or we've really convinced ourselves that it's nothing wrong with us. All I need is a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then I'll be okay. And that's not the case here. This really is it goes deeper than that. It's not on the surface, it's beneath the surface. It goes deeper than that. So he also understands that he's not going to see, the whole path is not lit up. And a part of us being human, we fear the unknown. We get afraid when we can't see how things will end. So we start to panic. We start running through things. We start bolting into situations without fully thinking, and it's like, well, now you've completely missed something, or you've messed up your opportunity to do something, to complete a goal, whatever it may be. So that's what the Hermit is about. The cards, they tell a story. So I'm seeing here from the Knight of Wands of being, that quick fire energy, transitioning into the Hermit energy where he's completely reserved, he's completely quiet. It's saying once you go on this journey, you'll find the answers that you seek, right? Because the answers really do lie within us. A lot of times we just go looking to other people for the answers that are for us. So the Queen of Wands being here again, once you come out of your hermit energy, once you come out of solitude, you're going to have a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way of going about things. So both of these are of the suit of the wands, but you see, he's more so, I'm suited up, I'm ready for battle, I'm a knight, that sense. She's the queen, and you can, even if you're a male, you're trying to get to your Queen of Wands or your King of Wands energy of being content with who you are. When you're content with who you are, the people that you were maybe running with, the relationships that you were in when you were in that Knight of Wands energy, now that you're in, if you've transitioned into your Queen of Wands energy, now those people, you can see it from a mile away that they no longer serve you. They're on a lower vibrational level. And that's the point of the Queen of Wands. She is very confident in who she is. She sits on that throne with confidence because she knows that she had to go through a journey in order for her to get there. And like I said, and this could be male or female, so it's not just targeted toward females. And she's draped in yellow here. With a lot of these Rider-Waite cards, it's a lot of yellow, in correlation with the solar plexus. So that talks about your self-esteem and your self-identity. Have you stepped into yourself fully? Have you claimed your spot on the throne? Have you really done that? Or are you allowing somebody else to dictate what it is that you should do because you feel bad about being the best version of you that you can be? That makes no sense, Temperance being here, speaking about, to warn us about moderation. Things are better in moderation. You need balance with everything that you do. You should at least try to strive for balance with everything that you do. We wouldn't be able to appreciate the light if we didn't have darkness, and vice versa. You wouldn't have been able to appreciate the darkness if we didn't have too much light. You need to know when to take time out to retreat so you can regroup, What else? Here with the Seven of Pentacles. Now, as you can see his face, he looks all sad and he's like, so when is it going to be time for me to reap the benefits? When can I enjoy the fruits of my labor? And this card is pretty much saying straightforward, stop being impatient. It's the Seven of Pentacles. Like I said, that's it's considered God's number. It's a very spiritual number. Stop being impatient. You have already, these pentacles here, you have already sowed your seeds. You have already manifested. You spoke that new house, that new car, that new job, that brand new business of yours that you're going to open up. That you already going to be, your own boss. You've already put these things out there into the universe. Now it's time for you to step back and allow the divine to work. You can't plant a seed the night before and wake up in the morning and be upset because there's not a tree. It takes time and it takes effort and it takes energy. You really have to put that into whatever it is, whatever project that it is that you're working on. It can be multiple things that you're working on. You can be investing in something and you feel like, okay, it's a slow buildup because the pentacles, with the earth and the material world, you feel like, okay, it's a slow buildup. Okay, I've been on this path. I've been on this journey long enough. When is my time coming? And this card is simply saying, hey, slow down. Again, stop being impatient. Also, I look at it like this. If you walk away and let the things do what let the divine work as the divine does, go take that time to go on your hermit journey. And when you come back out, you'll have those things. You'll be ready to receive those things. Because a lot of times we ask for certain things and we're not even ready to receive them. because we're not in the right headspace to do so. So we'll mess around and we'll sabotage it, and that's another thing too. If a lot of us knew where we would be, how successful we would mess it up for ourselves because we would cut corners. We wouldn't learn the lessons that we need to learn in order for us. Once we get there, we're like, okay, I've been in this situation before. I've seen this before. And now I know how to navigate around it. So with the Wheel of Fortune being here again, is simply sending that message out again. Luck is on your side right now. Your luck is about to change for the better, though. It really is for the better, betterment of you. I can definitely see that in these cards. It's a very strong transitional phase. It's a very, very strong transitional phase that's going on here. And it really is just telling the story. It's letting you know, of course, you're ready for this. And I know it's a good change because the back of the deck energy, even just reading the cards that I have here, but the back of the deck energy is the sun, and that just represents pure happiness, pure joy. Like that child on the back of that horse doesn't have a care in the world. And even still, with the baby basking in the happiness and the joy, and you see it's sunflowers here, something most definitely is about to bloom, because the Queen of Wands is holding a sunflower too. And even with the baby representing the pureness, the pure happiness, the joy in its rarest form, the baby is on a horse. That horse is still moving forward, So it's saying once those things start looking up for you, enjoy them, but continue to move forward. It's the spiritual awakenings, things like this. It's not one set time. Oh, I had a spiritual awakening. Okay, now I'm done. No, that it continues. It's a continuous thing. It goes and it goes and it goes. The last card here, the seventh card, the Ace of Cups. Yesterday it was the Ace of Swords that was there. Today with the Ace of Cups, just saying an opportunity is being presented to you. The aces always represent like the beginning of something, an opportunity being presented to you for pure joy. Honestly, it's just telling you that you'll be more than happy with yourself once you go through with this journey. And then your cup will runneth over with joy, with abundance, with tears of joy, And when your cup runs over, the water that's running out of the cup is running into the pond. So it's dual purpose. So not only will you be able to take care of yourself, you're also taking care of other people too. It's a very good, it's a very good energy here. Like I said, it's a very transformational energy that's going on here. I have my Moonology deck here. I like these cards a lot. This is one of my favorite Oracle decks. I'll pull a few cards from over here. Luck is on your side. Surrender to the divine. I literally just said that the luck is on your side. Let me show you. It's a full moon in Sagittarius. This is even more confirmation saying the Wheel of Fortune, that moment that's coming up for you, if you're not already, in the midst of experiencing this, your luck is changing for the betterment of yourself. It's not, the Wheel of Fortune does represent, the world keeps turning, so nothing lasts forever. If you up, it may become a time where you coming down. If you down, maybe a time where you coming up. But it's being pretty clear and telling me like, whoever needs to hear this, luck really is on your side. As long as you keep pushing through and you keep pushing forward and just continue to grow as a person, it'll definitely happen for you. It's a full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So remember, this is long term. Don't look at it on the surface. Look at it as being long term. Don't lose sight of what it is that you're working on. Don't forget why you started your journey in the first place, or why you need to start your journey. Because if you lose sight, then you'll start feeling like, well, why did I start this in the first place? Just keep the faith, keep, looking forward, keep heading on, just continue to do what you've been doing. As long as it's been serving you and it's for your greatest and highest good. If it has not, the things that you've been doing have not been serving you, if you've just been running crazily into situations and it's like, like I said, this is not working, now it's time to go to something else. This is not working. Again, if just as quick as you get it is as quick as you can lose it. Normally the things that take the most work and time and effort that you have to put into it, you reap the best rewards, you reap the best benefits, and they're long lasting too. So you don't have to say, oh, well, now that I have these things, or now that I have something that has worked out for me, my manifestations have come into fruition. Oh, now I lost it. Now it's time for me to hurry up and do it all over again. No, you want to enjoy that. So take your time. What's really, really important here is this Hermit card, the healing factor of it. You really, really have to heal. You know what I'm saying? We have to heal. We have to focus. We have to go inward. This is not just a surface thing. As I said yesterday, everything is still a domino effect. It's mind, body, and spirit. You can't work on one without the other and expect everything to just be A-okay. We have to force ourselves to look at what it is that we're doing and fix it, honestly, to fix it, and it takes time. We need to stop putting time limits on ourselves and saying, hey, well, I'm this age, so that means I should be doing this and I should be doing that. Again, your journey is for you. So everybody moves at different paces. The next card, what do you need to release? And really ask yourself, what is it that you need to release from your life that is no longer serving you? Again, this goes back. All of that will happen during that journey, during your time of becoming the hermit, so to speak. You will ask yourself all of those questions, or those questions will come up. What do I need to release to, it's like out with the old, in with the new. Out with your old ways of thinking, your old ways of doing, in with the new ways of thinking, new ways of doing, new ways of looking at things. Because again, you will see opportunities in places that you would have never seen them before, because now you're looking at them with a clear-eyed view. You're not clouded by all of that toxicity. You're not clouded by all of the negativity and the noise from the world or what everybody else is saying. You're doing this strictly for you. He didn't bring anybody else with him. He didn't call anybody on the phone and say, hey, I'm about to go do this. No, this is for him. Silence. Silence. You have to shut down, turn down the lights, meditate. If you feel like you can't meditate, write it out. Surrender to the divine. That this is something, or some people will say, put it in God's hand. Surrender to the divine, because, and it's crazy because I literally just said this. You've already manifested. You've already sowed your seeds you've told the universe, like, hey, this is what I'm working on next. And right now, he's obsessing over it. And if he starts to obsess over it, if he starts to bother these pinnacles, you know what I'm saying, as they're growing, he's going to mess it up. He's going to pick them prematurely, and then they're not going to give him the full benefit that he needs. So stop trying to control everything. Surrender to the divine. Let the divine do its work. It's some things that we really can't control. So we have to step back, accept that, and then allow the universe to work as it does. what else? Oh, a personal issue reaches resolution, right? So, and this is a full moon in Cancer. So it's saying that pretty much the answers to your personal problems, the personal issues that you're going through, whether it be depression, whether it be toxic relationships, toxic friendships, or whether it be, even just being antisocial, you know what I'm saying, in a way, whatever your personal issue is, you're about to find the answers to that. And how do I find the answers to that, you ask? Again, slowing down, getting out of this Knight of Wands energy, slowing down, going into this Hermit energy, stepping into yourself fully, you know what I'm saying, without unapologetically, without apologizing to somebody for being you. If you have to do that, then you should not be around that person or those people at all, ensuring that you're not overindulging. So another thing, what do I need to release? If you feel like in my life, I am not finding any balance, everything just seems like it's off track, you really have to ask yourself, what do you need to release? What is no longer serving you? What are you overindulging in? Do you need to change your eating habits? With me personally, today I'm starting my fast, because I know better. I wasn't doing better. So I couldn't blame anybody else for my demise but me. So what is it? Are you overindulging in food? Is it sex? Are you overworking yourself? You get what I'm saying? You still have to take time out for you. You want to make sure that you're okay, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. All of that, like I said, is mind, body, and spirit. All of that correlates. It goes together. Okay, this is funny. The back of the deck energy for the Moonology cards. It's a time for healing. The messages really can't get no clearer than this. At least I see it. You get what I'm saying? I really see it. So it is a time for healing. It's time for, everybody to take a step back. And if you even realize it's cold outside now. So when it's cold outside, everybody kind of slows down. Everybody kind of retreats because now it's snow outside. If it has snowed, but because the temperature is dropping, the animals, some of the animals that hibernate, that's them disconnecting. It's some plants that die every year and they come back. You get what I'm saying? Everything needs a break. Now, this is what this is what the cards are saying. Excuse me. It's time for you to take a break. Get away from the noise and the chatter of the world. Get away from all of it. Disconnect. Focus on yourself. Don't wait until 2020 and say, oh, okay, well, now I'm going to start it. Why would you go into 2020 with the same old ways of thinking and the same old ways of doing? Why not start now? So that way, once we get to 2020, you can be on another level. You don't have to start at tier 1. You can be on tier 2, tier 3, depending on how much work and how much progress you make, So be mindful of that. And I'll pull some of these angel cards, see what messages the angels have for us. What does the collective who's watching this? Thank you. This yes card is here. This yes card is here to stay. Yes, you do need to do this. No, you cannot skip those steps for healing, You can't control everything. Compromise. You cannot control everything. Sometimes, and again, it scales on here. Speaking about balance, that Libra energy, that peace, that harmony, temperance, moderation. Like I said, these messages are coming through clear as day. They're coming through clear as day. What additional information does the collective need to know? I'm going to shuffle it one more time. What implementation tools can the viewers use in order to get through this energy, to push through, to become the best versions of themselves. It's kind of weird trying to shuffle over the, oops, and I dropped about half the deck. Just give me one moment. All right, so I picked the cards up because they failed, and it was way more that failed than I thought. The cards that failed and I picked up, it was improving health. You know, I just said, I'm going on fast. That's my way of disconnecting and reconnecting. You know, maybe, and it's not just physical health, it's mental health and spiritual health. You get what I'm saying? So what is it that you need to do to improve your health? Opportunity. It is most definitely opportunity in terms of, again, where's the Ace of Cups? Even in the reading yesterday, because this, to me, this feels like a continuation, like it's even more information from the reading of yesterday. So if you go back and watch that reading, and then, you know, remembering what I said in this one, it all will kind of come together. But it's opportunity for a new way of thinking. It's an opportunity for a new way of feeling, you know, because once you really step into that King of Wands, that Queen of Wands energy, you're confident. You know, you no longer, those negative things, they no longer entertain you because you're not operating from a broken place at all. And opportunity in terms of money, you know, because these are definitely gold coins that are raining down from the heavens. So it's up to you. It's really up to you. The back of the deck energy for the angel cards is recovery. Like I said, take time out, retreat, so you can regroup. This time of transformation, that's what it's about. It's about recovering. And not just recovery from one thing. Sometimes you have to go back years. You have to go years back and really fix that stuff and then bring it back up to present day. It was something else that I was going to do. Oh, so I have my True Black tarot deck right here. That was a birthday present. Like, these are my absolute favorite tarot cards. If you can hear them, they're harder than these cards. So it's a little bit more difficult for me to shuffle them, but I manage. I just want to make sure that everything is mixed in. It's mixed up, and I'm not. And it's funny, I'm seeing this. This is actually the Temperance card in this tarot deck. So what I would like to ask is, you know, is there any additional information that the viewers need to know? What is this? The Star. The Star lets you know that you are being divinely guided. Again, like I said, look at the bigger picture. You know, as I said, don't lose focus. The Star, look at the Star. It's a focal point. The sun is even a star. You know, it's a focal point. Do not lose sight as to why you're doing this. You know, you don't want to get caught up in all of the, oh, well, it may take this amount of time. It may take that amount of time. Well, I need this done by this time, so I don't know if I can do this. You know, we make excuses all day as to why we can't do something to better ourselves. But we'll put so much time and energy into something or someone that does not serve us at all. So again, the Star just lets you know that you are being divinely guided. You know, the Chariot, hard work, determination, pushing forward. The Chariot also talks about travel. So it may be opportunities for road travel, like in the car or something, like road trips, or even, you know, traveling by plane. So you may have the opportunity to explore new places, and just like I said, it just gives you a clear-eyed view on things. Once you really go through this process, you know, once you guys really go through this process, and don't try to cheat it, you know, don't try to do half of it. The world is not black and white. You know, it's a lot of gray area that we ignore. And I think that's what causes a lot of the confusion with us, because we don't want to think deeper. We don't want to dig deeper. I'm just looking at what's on the surface because it's easier. Then I can wash my hands of it and walk away. But it's always going to come back, because if you don't deal with it in this life, you're going to deal with it in the next life. And it's going to keep going on and keep going on, you know. And I have my channeled messages here. So what these are, for the people that don't know, is what it is. As I'll meditate, and I pretty much just ask, you know, my spirit guides and the divine to just give me messages and things that I should write down so I can share with you all, the collective. And I write them on a little piece of paper, tear it, and, you know, write whatever it is down, and I'll ball it up or fold it up, and I'll put it here in this jar. So with the channel messages, and I'm sorry if that's loud, I'm going to ask, you know, what additional information does the collective need to know? The people that are viewing this, who are viewing this video, you know, what is it that they need to know right now? Okay. So this came out. The solar plexus. And I just said that because of all of the yellow in the cards. It was the same thing yesterday. So meditation is most definitely key. YouTube is the place for all of that. You know, you can go on YouTube and you can find different types of meditation. Now, let's say you try meditating and you're just like, well, you know what? Every time I try to meditate, I always fall asleep. Well, okay. That means that you should probably meditate right before you're about to go to bed. That way, once you're done meditating, you fall right into sleep. You know, you may sleep longer, especially for the people who don't rest well. You know, and I have to meditate a lot because I'm up. I'm always up. But yeah, the solar plexus. It's about self-esteem, your social identity, and your happiness, your confidence. She is draped in yellow. She is draped in confidence. You know, her solar plexus is very strong, you know. But of course, everything else has to be balanced too. But it's like she really has confidence. All right. The next message, ground yourself, then you will get your answers. Oops. And I hope that, but yeah, it's ground yourself, then you'll get the answers that you need. You can't, again, get the answers that you really need and the information. You're not going to receive it well. If, you know, your head is up in the clouds. You have to really ground yourself. You know, and that's another thing with the Pentacles being the earth. It's about being grounded. Meditation helps all of that. It really does, you know. It says, if he/she is for you, then they are for you. You should not have to pry him or her out of anyone else's hands for your own benefit. So for my people who are currently in a position where you're looking for a twin flame, you know. And I don't say soulmate because I believe and really with soulmate, anybody can be your soulmate. Like your parent can be your soulmate. You get what I'm saying? That's somebody that you just connect with on a deep level. But if you're really looking for your twin flame and you're confused, if you're with somebody now and you're in a state of confusion, male or female, doesn't matter, and you're like, wow, I wonder if he really loves me. I wonder if she really loves me. I wonder if they're really the one for me. But they're doing things that's pretty much showing you like, nah, I'm not. Or they're attached to someone else. Again, if that person is for you, they're for you. You shouldn't have to pry them out of somebody else's hands just so you can be like, well, yeah, I won. That's childish. That's petty. That's not serving you. What is this? Go with the flow. Like I said, change is inevitable. So there's no point in trying to fight it. Why not the change that's coming with this Wheel of Fortune? Accept it with open arms, with an open heart, with an open mind. Because, like I said, you'll really start seeing things differently. I'm not making this up, and I'm not like presetting this stuff up. The only cards that I see are the rider weight ones that I pull. Those are the only cards that I see before. Other than that, everything else I shuffle here. I pull them here. The next message that came out: step into yourself fully. What are you afraid of? Again, you should be you unapologetically. Now, if the unapologetic you is toxic, okay, here we go. You know, I don't think I need to say it anymore at this point, but be you, like fully step into who you are. It's so many people who are out here who have so many talents and gifts and services to offer to the world. And we keep ourselves small simply because we're afraid of what everybody else is going to say. We're afraid of what everyone else is going to think. You are good enough. This is the universe, God, whoever, the divine, whoever, however you refer to your higher power as, this is their way of saying, hey, or this is its way of sending me to tell you, you are good enough. You do not have to wait around for someone else to give you permission to be you, because you'll be waiting for a very long time, and you'll be putting your hands, or you'll be putting you in the control of somebody else's hands. And not everybody has your best interests at heart. And even the most nice people, or even the nicest person, you know what I'm saying, the most loving person can't control what happens in your life. You know, that's you. That's for you. So I'm going to put these back in here. That was the collective reading. I'm going to do a quick run through. Pretty much slow down. Like yesterday, you know, take time to breathe out. Slow down. Ask yourself first, what is it that you need to release? And then start going on this journey. If you are a person, you know, I gotta move fast. Well, use that to jumpstart your spiritual journey. But don't try to speed through that journey, because you'll trip and fall every time. Be confident. Completely confident. Don't claim your throne fully, you know, and you don't have to be scared, you don't have to be scared to do that, because somebody is going to look at you crazy. Because I guarantee you, if those people or that person has the opportunity to sit on that throne, they're going to do it with pride, and they're going to look at you like, what else do I have here? I got stuff everywhere. Temperance, don't overindulge. You know, bring balance and harmony. Everything is good in moderation. Right now, it's too much noise. You know, it's too much noise in the world. You need to cancel it out. The Wheel of Fortune, the luck is most definitely on your side. And the Ace of Cups being here, again, this is the universe presenting this opportunity to you for a new way of feeling. And maybe even a new romance that'll come out of it. Also, for the people who are, you know, thinking about romantic relationships, your confidence is the magnet. So once you stop being on those lower vibrational levels, meaning being negative, toxic, drama-filled, petty, childish, the list goes on. When you stop vibrating at that lower level and you get to that Queen of Wands and you get to a higher vibrational level, you're going to attract higher vibrational people. And then you're going to attract the person. That person is going to be attracted to you. They're going to be attracted to your confidence. And that's what's going to really bring your twin flame along. Trust me when I say that. So that was the collective. I thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what it is that you want to see. Also, I make candles. 100% soy wax. I have different fragrances. I'm getting more in stock. I'll give you all of the details when everything is up and running. Like I said, I don't want to put links and, you know, you're trying to get to something and the website's not working. I want to make sure everything flows as seamless as possible for you all and for myself. As I always say, stay blessed and stay positive.